Well, it looks like today's probably going to be Team of the Year upgrade pack day, so Team of the Year kind of starts today, really, if you're not somebody who spends a lot of money on this game. We got some things to talk about with that. We've got some Defenders playstyles leaked, some Team of the Year icon cards leaked as well in terms of their playstyles, and we're still waiting on N'Golo Kante and Sawa, who I would assume, or you would assume, would come out with the midfielders, or like one of them would come out with the midfielders, right? That's kind of what at least I was thinking was going to happen. So to me, it seems like we might get one of those today. At least that's my guess. But of course, I'm just talking out of my ass. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. And then lastly, we'll talk about the fact that 99 rated Evos are now possible. We are seeing some ridiculous evolution cards right now that I think is awesome, but at the same time, I would not be shocked if we're about to get some bad news really soon here about evolutions. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So first of all, we got the 88 plus base, Thunderstruck, or Winter Wildcard icon player pick today. Now, obviously, I'm not going to open this for this video. I'll probably open, one for stream. We're at 7:15 for packs right now. Thursday, we're going to be opening those if you're new around here, because that's the day of the full Team of the Year release. Once again, with pretty much any of these gamble packs right now, there are so many good players to craft. We got this Alex Morgan today, who looks really good. 5-star weak foot, 5'6". The shooting is ridiculous with finesse shot plus. Dribbling got better. I know she has low balance, but the dribbling is better than her other card. And good physicals as well. 96 jumping. I mean, this is a great card. Another card that you probably want to craft over doing any gamble pack, to be honest with you. And Alphonso Davies also came out, who has 99 base pace, which instantly, by the way, 99 base pace cards are always going to be way better than their stats, because you can always put a chem style on them. It does not have to upgrade pace, right? So you can put a Deadeye on him, not a Deadeye, sorry, a Sentinel, to give him defending and physical, like huge boosts there. There's so many different chem styles you can put on Davies to make this card so insane. He's got Intercept, Quick Step, Whipped Pass Plus. These play styles are insane. I'm definitely going to be crafting this card, no doubt about it. The question is, of all these SBCs out right now, Bruno Fernandes, Alphonso Davies, Alex Morgan, which one do you like the most? And also, I'm curious in the comments as well, who have you used this year that you think is just a fraud, a straight up fraud? Because, there's a lot of differing opinions this year on players. To me, there's almost no consensus great players apart from like the top 1%. I saw George Best when he came out, the last video I made. People were commenting about George Best. Somebody said, oh, he's amazing. And somebody said also, he's a complete fraud. I hate him. And of course, almost nobody's going to like every card, but it feels to me like there's a big difference of opinion this year on a lot of cards. So who's the biggest fraud you've used this year? Please let me know, because I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. And also, let's get into this evolution talk now. So we got another one that came out today, by the way. It's another paid one, which it's starting to feel like more and more here, the only good ones are the paid ones now. And maybe I'm looking at that wrong. I could be, but honestly, it feels like the only good ones, you have to chain through the paid ones, right? So you get the weak foot upgrade, the skill moves training, and that's for free. But then to make him an actually good card, you gotta make him paid, which, that debate's kind of neither here nor there right now. Obviously, I don't like it myself, but what I was gonna say here, let's pull up something that came out today, because the Team of the Year Unsung Hero came out today, another new evolution. So I want to pull up his tweet here. 99 evolution is possible. Claim level 1 keep up, don't claim level 2, and then that chain, you can read the whole chain out, but it's basically not claiming certain ones to then start new ones, right? And you have a 99 rated card with these stats. And then I saw another one too that was similar to that. I can't find it right now, but this Barcola card was done by doing a similar thing, right? This person says not claiming budding starlet, and then of course putting into finisher. Basically gave him this. This is a 5-star Barcola with these stats. I mean, that is literally, if this card was on the market or in the game, it would be R9 level, if not maybe even better. Does he have better stats in this R9? I actually don't know, but either way, they're extremely similar. And the sad part is, I'm like 99% sure this is going to be patched here in no time, or they're going to do something to make this not be a thing anymore, because those cards are getting too good. Like, they are not going to like having an R9 in people's teams once people sort of figure out, hey, if I don't claim this one, he's eligible for this one, and then the chain goes on and on, right? Curious to hear what you guys have to say about this stuff, because to me, there's almost no way this continues. We've seen the 2 playstyle plus glitch that has not been fixed yet, by the way. I don't even know if it's a glitch. It's just like a feature almost of not claiming certain levels and letting them expire, and then putting that old one into the new Evo. To me, there's almost no way this continues, but at the same time, I kind of wish it would. And not to play both sides, but I can't understand why you wouldn't, because I understand why you wouldn't want people to have his Barcola, because he's so insane. But at the same time, if everybody had similar cards to this, would it be that big of a deal, or would that be game breaking? I think you can kind of make the case for both, but what do you guys think? Also, here's that player. So here's that other 99 player with these stats. Like, these stats are ridiculous. So do you think this should be a thing where people can get these crazy cards, or should it not be a thing? I understand both sides for sure. All right, let's begin with some of the leaks that we have here. We've got the playstyle pluses confirmed on the defenders, which come out obviously not today, but tomorrow. And some of the leaked playstyle pluses weren't actually right, by the way. We saw KDB, even Sheriff tweeted out, I think it was Finesse Shot and Incisive Pass, I want to say, and they gave him Pinged Pass instead of Incisive. So some of these have been wrong, actually, from like really reliable sources. So take it with a slight grain of salt. It's probably the playstyles, though. You got Frimpong with Rapid and Whipped Pass. Ruben Diaz, Intercept and Bruiser. That's amazing. Van Dijk has Anticipate and Block. Yeah, that might be the first 4 million coin center back ever. What's the most expensive center back of all time? I think it was maybe Maldini last year for a little while. It was like 2.5 million. There were some other cards too, but I'm probably forgetting somebody. That might be the most expensive center back of all time here. And then Teo Hernandez has Quick Step and Jockey at left back there. And for some reason, by the way, Allison without a beard, that is a cursed image. For some reason, they didn't give goalkeepers playstyle pluses. To me, this shows me, like, it's more affirming to me if I put my tinfoil hat on for a sec. But the fact that we have not had a single goalkeeper evolution, I'm kind of starting to think that something's probably wrong with the playstyles maybe. Of course, there's only 4 playstyles for goalkeepers, right? You got Far Throw, Footwork, Cross Claimer, and Rush Out. And maybe I could be wrong on playstyle pluses won't exist for goalkeepers at all the whole year. But what an odd thing to not have that if you're going to have playstyle pluses for keepers this year. What are you gonna wait for Team of the Season to have 1? Why not have the Team of the Year card with 1 and then the Team of the Season cards with 2? I'm not exactly sure. And adding that to the fact that we do not have a single goalkeeper evolution yet, I slightly wonder if something is wrong with them. Or maybe they're just thinking nobody cares about keepers, so we don't either. I mean, maybe that's what they're thinking there. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? We've got Karchawi's playstyles as well leaked. Block and Whipped Pass. They do love Whip Pass on their fullbacks, and it is a great playstyle to have, I'm not gonna lie. But they sure do love it. Mia Hamm, Team of the Year icon. Is going to have Rapid and Power Shot. She's going to be R9 level. I mean, there you go. Also got Lothar Matthäus's playstyles leaked, and it's Dead Ball and Power Shot. And also, you know, with Dead Ball Plus, I've seen some crazy free kicks go in. Is Dead Ball Plus actually good, or is it kind of a waste? It probably depends on the player a lot, like if you actually use free kicks or not. But when you see a card with Dead Ball, are you excited to take free kicks with him or corner kicks? And is it actually really good? I'm not even sure. Rio Ferdinand as well. He's got Slide Tackle and Anticipate there. He'll be coming in the next team. And here are the playstyles for the other women's cards as well. We got Renard with Aerial and Anticipate, which is an amazing card. And the stats are right too. She has 87 pace. Bright has Aerial and Bruiser. We got Ona Batier, is that how you say her name? She's got Incisive Pass, which is really cool, and Jockey. I would love to play her in the midfield. And then Erps has nothing because goalkeepers. So there you go. All right, this market right now, we are seeing the Team of the Years, the attackers for sure. They are pretty much all rising right now. Sam Kerr's 1.35. She was down about 1.25, but Sophia Smith has really rose. I really liked her as a buy. I bought her twice actually to make coins off of her. Made coins both times. This card was just kind of too good for her 1.35 or 1.3 price, honestly. 1.76 now. The same trend I expect these midfielders right now. The price ranges were a little fucked up on them, so it might not quite might not happen quite as fast. But I expect Rodri, I expect Jude Bellingham, I expect Putellas, who's still extinct actually. At what price is she extinct at? 4.75 mil. I'm not surprised. I'm actually not surprised that card's extinct at that price. So kind of ignore her. But for Bellingham, Oberdorf, even KDB, I'd expect the best buy time will probably end up being like now and then sell when they go out of packs after a day. And then maybe wait until they go back into packs altogether on Thursday. See if they drop just a slight bit more, then go back in and then buy for the rest of the Team of the Year. The trend that has been a thing for literally the last about 4 FIFAs is continuing. Everything's rising after it leaves packs. Even Erling Haaland, I believe he was about 4.5 at one point. Let's see the lowest point. It says 4.78, which means he's a little bit cheaper than that. Now he's 5.5. So, you know, every card pretty much after about 24 hours is a good buy. I even say the same when the full Team of the Year comes out. I actually think that you can buy any Team of the Year card when the full team comes out Thursday. Wait 24 hours, probably the best time to buy. It's probably the best time to buy a team for long term. I think the market after Team of the Year, if you want like a long term outlook, there's probably going to be at least a couple weeks where the market stays high. You're probably pretty safe to buy. Even right now, you're probably pretty safe to buy for the long term. This point right now for the past 3-4 years has been one of the safer times to buy ever. Of course, we've not had evolutions, so that obviously could throw a wrench into things. Like we saw Davies come out, left backs did fall in price, so certain things like that can happen. But in general, it's a good time to buy. All right, so look at some of your comments. We had a lively comment section last time because everybody's giving their stories about just fucking how broken the game was. This guy at RMM says, I also played a game where I was winning 2-0. The other player was seemingly pausing to forfeit. A few seconds later, it unpauses, and now all of a sudden, I'm controlling his team. I scored 1 own goal for fun just to see what would happen. Just let it play out till halftime. Halftime would not end. Had to shut the game off. Luckily gave me the win. But yeah, I mean, this game, it seriously makes you wonder what is going on in the coding. I said this in the last video. I'm no game dev by any means, but when one update comes out, because it wasn't even like a patch, because the patch had been out for a few days. It was the Team of the Year content update that caused it. And maybe like we had a few of those star heads, I think was in the patch notes. Maybe a few of those went live or something like that, but it wasn't an update, right? It wasn't a patch. It was literally just a random content update that caused the whole game to break. Like it was just a content day. So you would think the content and the gameplay is sort of more separate than that. And maybe that's just not how it works too. Like I said, I'm just kind of speculating, but you don't realize how broken it is until one update happens that has nothing to do with the gameplay. And then everything breaks. It just really makes you wonder. This comment too, high rated fodder went down 5k during the first few hours. Let's see what that does tonight. High rated fodder is back up now a little bit. 90s are back up a little bit. They're still lower than where I bought them myself even, and 89s are back to about even. But I'm fine holding on all the way until later, because you got to remember, when people start doing upgrade packs, they're going to earn so much fodder to complete all these SBCs. If that's where a lot of this profit's probably going to come in here, is right when upgrade packs are out for a few days, the full Team of the Year's out. Remember, we've got 2 weeks of Team of the Year. We're only 4 days into it right now, so I'm still definitely expecting them to rise. And also talking about upgrade packs coming out, there is a chance that gold rares do go up. Right now, you can buy them at 650 right now. There aren't many, but you can obviously buy a lot at 650 right now. They're not being like sniped immediately. But last year, I think they were 1,000 plus. I want to say this is definitely a good shout, because especially if you're going to do upgrade packs anyway, you might as well buy them. So even if they happen to not go up, or they go up to 800, so it's not even like really a good profit at all, then just put them in upgrades yourself. So if you plan on doing these, you might as well buy a bunch now, because they're at their floor and they might rise up a ton. So it's just really a risk-free investment. I definitely buy at least, you know, if you're going to plan on doing it, I'm buying at least 100. At JS says EA are turning this into 2K, where you will just buy players directly with store points or coins, and the game will be completely untradeable eventually. I've talked about this before, but yes, there's almost no doubt in my mind that we're going to get to a point like that. I'm not sure they're going to go fully untradeable and that's it. I think that we're just going to get things in the store. I think we're just going to be able to get certain cards in the store for a certain amount of FIFA points. We already are basically seeing that with evolutions, so I think that's kind of just a matter of time. Also, by the way, in my last video, I had some terrible math. I added probabilities that made absolutely no sense. I saw your comments about it, and thank you for correcting me. So a couple days ago, I got a comment that was getting a lot of traction, and then the next video somebody said, was curious to hear your thoughts about this, so let me read this whole comment here. I've deleted the eafc and I had the best time ever. I also sold my PS5 not to be able to come back, even though I have an insane team there. Can we just reflect a bit on what is the point of the game? You create your insane team to get more wins, to create better team, and then eventually everyone has an amazing team, and here we go, new eafc. I know it's a game, but your life passes by while you just try your best to beat a random guy for an instant pleasure that drains you after. I want to share my thoughts, and listen, you're at an existential crisis right now, and that's fine. Everybody kind of gets there at one point in their life, and I think eafc just kind of triggered that for you. But listen, you just have to decide what's worth your time and what's not, because if you want to take it really deep, like, can we just reflect a bit on what's the point of life? You're born, you work, and then you die. I mean, it's like, yeah, kinda, but there's a lot more to it than that, which is kind of a similar thing to what's going on here. Like, you gotta just, you know, take the experiences for what they are, and you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, like it didn't sound like you were having very much fun, then it's not worth it. You just gotta know what you think is worth it and what's not. What's worth your time, what's not. If you don't think FIFA's worth your time, don't play it. But if you're like me, who thinks, yeah, the game sucks, but like it is fun sometimes. I love the sport and I love the players and I do love a lot of things about this game. And like, I'll continue to play it and also just call out the bullshit when you see it, right? So it's all about how you approach it, and it's all about how much you actually have fun, because that's the most important thing with video games, is just having fun. But I think that is going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about this comment and about that kind of topic. I love you all. Next video, very soon. Peace.